The best way to deal with things that endanger the public is by the public health model. And the public health model says, number one is be much more clear and focused about what the risks are that we are concerned about. And here's where both sides of the debate, in my opinion, are at fault. So right now, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, which has a violence prevention unit to study violence, is pretty much precluded from any studies of gun violence. And the reason for that is that Congress passed a law some years ago that said you can't spend any federal dollars on gun control advocacy. And that was taken to mean, well, we can't do gun-related research because that's going to be deemed to be advocacy. Well, you know what? Some of it is. In fact, a lot of it is. So if you read the research of gun researchers, the vast majority of them are either pro-gun or anti-gun. And every study they do comes up with the same answer. That's not science. If science doesn't always come up with a predictable answer. And some of it is advocacy disguised as science, both pro-gun and anti-gun. And Congress was right to say you shouldn't spend research dollars on advocacy. Also, many people are justifiably fearful that research on guns that identifies gun owners could subsequently be used to infringe upon their privacy. Well, that doesn't mean you can't do research. It just means you ought to do it the right way, which is with privacy and confidentiality protections, with guarantees that people are going to go into this in an even-handed way. And so the quality of gun research, and there are a few people doing gun research who do it right. But I guess what I'm saying is that some of the fears of the mostly Republican Congress about gun research weren't unreasonable fears. They wanted it to be real, even-handed scientific research. But intentional ignorance is a really bad way to make public policy. And I feel very strongly that Congress needs to get this right by not only not preventing gun research, but by demanding it, and demanding it that it be done in a scientifically appropriate way, where researchers have to ask questions in an even-handed way and live with the results. I'll tell you who's done this much better than most public policy people is the police. The police have actually studied ways to reduce crime and made some major changes in how they do business. My colleague Gary Wells studied what increases false eyewitness identifications. And when Janet Reno was the Attorney General, she happened across this research, became interested in it, and now police departments all over the United States have changed the way that they do lineups and show-ups to increase accurate identifications, which catch bad guys, and decrease inaccurate ones, which ruin the lives of innocent people. So you can do it. It's not something that we don't know how to do. It just, we have to focus on it and care about it. And so far, at least, that conversation has been prevented by the extremism on both sides of the gun debate.